Hi Sagittarius, welcome back to my channel Tarot C. I'm Z and I'm going to be doing your tarot reading, finding out what are the messages that come through the cards that come out in this reading for you today. Thank you so much for joining and for being here for the reading. So let's begin. Let's find out what cards come out, what messages come through. So the first card that we have is the Four of Pentacles. We've got some earth sign energy with this. You could be dealing with a Virgo, Taurus, even Capricorn. We do have the Six of Pentacles. And we've got the King of Pentacles. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Eight of Wands. So the Eight of Wands shown up here at the bottom of the deck, this does feel like a pretty quick forward moving energy. I do feel like things kind of progressing at this point. I also feel that with this Eight of Wands shown up over here, this feels like a sense of being able to actually hear from someone or wanting to be able to communicate something to someone. But this feels like fast communication between two people. I do feel like also being able to hear from somebody is also leading to things being able to move forward very quickly. So I do feel like there could actually be a lot of potential for being able to experience things going well as a result of being able to have open communication. I do feel like with the Four of Pentacles showing up over here though, this does feel like an energy of kind of being in a space where somebody's being really reserved with their energy. They're being cautious. I do feel like they're kind of holding back a little bit. I do also feel like when it comes to being able to share with you, this feels like an energy of this person kind of being in a space where it's like they are quite cautious when it comes to being able to do that. And I feel like this could be actually how they are generally. And I do feel like with this Four of Pentacles, with it showing up over here, this feels like an energy of someone holding on to something. It could even be that they are holding on to something from the past, and it's kind of like them holding on to something that may have affected them. They're not really disclosing that or sharing that with you at this time. I do feel like with the Six of Pentacles showing up over here, this is very giving. I do feel like you may be in a this does feel like an energy of being very giving with someone, being very open with someone, and kind of putting yourself out there and in a way that is very kind. I do feel like with the Six of Pentacles showing up over here, this feels like an energy of also wanting to be able to have that reciprocity in that and having that flow, and being able to also, I do feel like having that give and take being something that's in balance, this connection, and that being a focus and a desire to be able to get to in this connection with this person. So I do feel like with that Eight of Wands showing up over here, this does feel like an energy of being able to also kind of be able to have that be something that's being spoken about or being something that's kind of being worked through in this connection. With the King of Pentacles showing up over here, this does feel like an energy of dealing with somebody who do feel like this person means business. This person is someone who does take their work life very seriously, and it shows through the way in which they show up. And I do feel like this person is also somebody who is also in a good place for themselves. I do feel like they have a lot of responsibilities, but with the King of Wands, it feels like it's manageable. It does also feel like an energy of this person having a lot to give. I do feel like with this King of Pentacles, this feels like a desire for being able to have stability in your connection with them. So being able to get to a place where it does feel like things feel more so like there is this grounded energy, and there's this sense of being able to feel like there's a sense of security. And I do feel like that leads to them being able to actually open up and be with that Four of Pentacles, kind of be able to come around as far as being able to be more so open and letting you in. But I do feel like that Eight of Wands does feel like an energy of being able to have, I do feel like especially when it comes to the feelings involved or the emotions involved, things really accelerate rather quickly between the two of you. And I do feel like when it comes to other areas of their life, this person is somebody who's generally a pretty cautious person. I do feel like it's something that they are, so it's like they want to be able to get to a place where they can feel like they can open up and let you in, but they take their time with it. I'm going to clarify these cards. So you have the Eight of Cups. It's in the reverse. We have the Ace of Wands. And we have the Seven of Pentacles. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the Seven of Cups. So the Seven of Cups shown up over here. This feels like an energy of really being in a space where there is a little bit of some confusion, especially around being able to get to this place of being able to have stability and groundedness and being able to actually, I do feel like, focus on one place or one thing. I do feel like with the Seven of Cups, this feels like an energy of having options. I do feel like also having difficulty in making a decision amongst options. So there could be a sense of somebody being in a space where they feel like they're keeping their options open, or they feel like you're keeping your options open. I do feel like with the Eight of Cups showing up over here, this in the reverse does feel like an energy of kind of coming back to a situation. This could even be a past person kind of coming back to something that they may have avoided. With this Eight of Cups showing up in the reverse, this feels like a sense of someone who's no longer avoiding, especially their emotions or their feelings. I do feel like with the Eight of Cups showing up in the reverse, this also feels like an energy of somebody from the past kind of coming back who may have walked away, feel like they didn't find what they were looking for, or they may actually come to this realization of taking a connection with you for granted, but they are coming back, or a situation is coming back around, and I feel like it's not being avoided. I do feel like with the Ace of Wands showing up over here, this does feel like an energy of being in a space of wanting to be able to feel like there's a hopeful energy for being able to have a fresh start with somebody. And I do feel like with the Ace of Wands, when it comes to what that is rooted in, I do feel like there's a lot of sparks that is existing between the two of you. There's a lot of emotion. There's even a lot of desire for being able to have something and start something together. I do feel like with the Seven of Pentacles showing up over here, though, when it comes to this connection, it does feel like there is a need to be able to kind of work things out. It does feel like it will take work, but I do feel like it will also be something that is worth it with the Seven of Pentacles showing up over here. But with the Eight of Wands showing up at the bottom of the deck, this feels like a desire to be able to move forward, and things kind of also a sense of kind of being carried away. But I do feel like with the Seven of Pentacles, there's another side to this connection that requires that attention and even that effort to be able to make things work. I do feel like thinking long term, the Seven of Pentacles energy does kick in, but I do feel like there's a strong spark or a strong start between the two of you. So I'm going to clarify these cards. We have religious factors. We have release your ex. And we have this could be the one. So the religious factors showing up over here. With this does feel like an energy of being able to be aligned in many ways when it comes to this connection. I also feel like having in common your faiths with somebody. I do feel like that also being something that's really either drawing you together or also kind of creating this bond between the two of you. I do feel like with this religious factors card showing up over here, this also feels like somebody who does have an influence of their upbringing and even their religious life being something that's also factoring in this connection in a way that is kind of causing them to move slowly, or kind of causing them to be in a space where this person is a bit cautious with this connection with you. But I do feel like there is a sense of also being able to have a spiritual path in common with this person and being quite aligned in that way. But with this release your ex card showing up over here, I'm getting it pertaining to this Eight of Cups. This Eight of Cups, this does feel like an energy of the past coming back. This does feel like a sense of somebody kind of lingering on the past and wanting to be able to address it or kind of bring back that sense of being able to deal with something that they may have avoided I do feel like this feels like an energy of someone kind of coming back around. With this release your ex card showing up over here, this does feel like an energy of being ready for a fresh start or a new beginning. I do feel like with the Ace of Wands, this also feels like an energy of a new beginning, and that could be also with somebody new and kind of letting go of something that no longer serves you. And I do also feel like, especially when it comes to the past not being aligned with where you're going, what you want. With this could be the one card showing up over here. This does feel like very hopeful energy. I do feel like this is pertaining to the Ace of Wands. This feels like it's a new beginning, a new chapter that is also being opened within your life. And I do feel like with this could be the one. This does also feel like an energy of being in a space where lessons have been learned, for being able to get to a place where the connection you are forming with somebody could be the one when it comes to a partner. I do also feel like the person you are dealing with, especially somebody who's coming into your life, this person is also optimistic. They're in a good place. I do feel like also this person is seeking the one. And I do feel like in this connection, they're also feeling as though there's that potential within your connection. I do feel like with the Seven of Cups showing up over here, this also feels like a sense of a person who has had a lot of experiences and is in a space where you feel like they are seeking something. They may have had difficulty in finding it, but I do feel like with this card showing up over here, this does feel like an energy of this person being able to get what they want is something that is not an easy path when it comes to being led to the one. But within this connection, I do feel like this person has experienced what may be some difficulties along the way. But when it comes to your connection, this person is open to this connection being the one that they seek. And I do feel like when it comes to somebody new coming into your life, this also feels like an energy of a connection that does feel like it is headed in a direction where you want to be able to have what you are seeking in this connection with this person who is aligned with you. So those are the messages I'm getting with these cards for you, Sagittarius, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye, Sagittarius.